It's cough time and AMA time. Want to see something? I am healthy AF. I mean, oh, does it actually get better than that? Than 99%? Holy healthiness. That's good news, huh? Alright, let's build this club. Oh, let me fire up chat activities first. And then I'll get up all out of your face. Maria kicking off the super chat with a 5 bananas. I do appreciate that. And I will answer that question. Alright, I'm doing this stuff. Hold on. Whoa. Oh, I never knew that happened. Look at that, I'm live. Holy shit. Alright. And I can't talk about things? That's for the little bitty witty bitty committee. Alright, hold on. Almost there, almost there. Yep, shout out Apple Watch. Few bucks for the parking, thank you very much. Let's give you all the love over there. Thank you very much, Gary. I do appreciate that. Alright. And let's say welcome to Chris Miller. Join Team Bro Nation. Thank you very much. That is most appreciated. Alright, let's get this coffee underway and let's get the activities underway. Alright, I've got heated milk. Alright, I got all the buttons going. Yeah, oh, let's do a before and after of my freaking heart rate before I drink this coffee. Alright, I was just at 87. Let's see what I am before and after this freaking super duper Americano. Or after being thoroughly questioned, interrogated. Oh, it's all foamy. Oh. Nice. Nice. Let me make a cat. I didn't make a cat. Does that look like a cat? Alright, wait. That, oh, you know what? That looks like Homer Simpson. Alright, cool. Shout out Homer Simpson. He's like, go! Oh, that's fun. I have one of these frothing machines at home. I used it like when I first got it, like every day. Now now I'm into it again. Maybe I've become a barista. Oh, it's overfilled. It's filled to, oh, this is going to be all up in my mustache. That's kind of freaking sexy, though. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, let's see, alright, it's already going up. 91. Alright, let's get some sugar in there. As much as I'm going back down. Alright, cool. As much as I love watches, you know that, right? But this Apple Watch is pretty boss, too. And, I'm like in utilitarian mode today. I gotta figure stuff out. I got timers. It's a business thing. I'm gonna wear both. I'm gonna rock both. I'm gonna have a big old normal watch on this hand and the iWatch on the other, which is kind of cool. It was an early Christmas present from my buddy. We're all on board. Alright. I'm gonna say hello to people. Yeah, warm milk is boss. Alright, I'm gonna say all the hellos in a minute. You saw I did a theme. We don't have to stick to the theme for today's. I don't know what to do. This looks kind of, I can't tell what it's like under there. Alright, let me turn this around. Enough playing. It's good to see them open on a Friday night. The town is definitely busier. I'll give them that. It's like everyone waited until F1 was over to come to town, which is cool. All right, let me get some of this milk out the way. Ooh, sugar. I need some sugar. Sorry. They are. That's good. They're blasting the Christmas music. They did like Charlie Brown and a bunch of stuff already. We don't have to keep exactly to, maybe a little more. Alright, it's AMA day. You can ask me anything. We can talk about anything. How you doing, man? What's going on? Love this place. You can ask me anything. You can ask me questions about Vegas. You can ask, just don't ask me the 5 best places to eat shrimp, because I won't tell you. You can ask me anything about Vegas. You can ask me anything about me. You can ask me anything about you. You can just ask me questions. You know, I'll answer them all. For the most part, if there's something a little too personal, I'll still answer it, but I'll dance around it a little bit. But the theme of today, someone suggested that we do a little theme activities. The concept of New Year's resolution or end of year or beginning a new year, because that's been something that's rattling around in my head. So if you want to discuss that as an open topic, I'm open to that too. Doesn't have to be, but it is what it is. Look at that. That's kind of like foamy. Look at that. It's science. It's like overfilled, but not overflowing. Want me to get some on my mustache? Wait. More sugar. I gotta leave enough to eat later. Alright, things I won't answer. I'm not gonna give you my date of birth, not gonna give you my social security number, not gonna give you my driver's license, not gonna give you my home address. Other than that, have at it. Maria opened with a question, but before we start, and I'm gonna suck down a little more coffee, I'm gonna invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week, not the AMA. AMA is usually Fridays, sometimes Thursdays, but I live stream all the time. Get all the content out. Put out a short yesterday you might want to see. What the heck was that? I don't remember. The past like 72 hours has been a whirlwind. Behind the scenes at Bellagio. The Bellagio Conservatory for Christmas is opening up later on tonight. They said tomorrow, but I talked to them. It's going to be tonight. If you happen to be in town, go check that out. It's freaking awesome. To me, personally, being a Christmas aficionado on an epic level, it's nice. I like this one more than like the past 5 years. So it's cool. It's a little simpler. It's a little more mature and elegant. It's basically got a white and red theme. You know, there's not a lot of like, you know, as much as I like fantasy and, you know, elves and, you know, the whole thing and flying reindeer and whatnot, they toned that down and they went to, like I said, it's sort of an adult Christmas theme. Not an adult party, you know, with like toys and stuff, but you'll see. We will do a live walkthrough tomorrow night. So, hit the bell button. I'm not sure what time, but we will check it out live. I'll bring the poll to try to get over everyone's head and all that other good stuff, but we will see it live, and I think you'll enjoy it. And it'll be, I already know the music they're playing. It'll be a spank fest, but it'll be worth it. And then I'll convert it into a 4K, of course. But do all the stuff, hit all the buttons. The Tiege Hanley 50% off the box goods, that deal was done as of 2 days ago. Appreciate everyone who got on board on that, but you still get 30% off, and I think an additional 10 throughout the month and all that on your first order, so that's all freaking kinds of cool. Don't forget Olite, don't forget all this stuff. That helps support the channel, because, you know, I get a little commission on that type of stuff, and the Amazon links and yada yada yada. So I do appreciate it. Alright, let me see here. Robert Reed, yeah, you were in Vegas. Just had too much going on. Well, I do appreciate that, and I do appreciate you thinking about me, and I do appreciate you being a member for 26 months. That's awesome. Over 2 years now. Janice has a question. I'm going to get back to Marie in a second. Resolutions and a fresh start. How do you recommend making them realistic and attainable? All right, we will discuss that. Will I be attending the FB opening? I heard doors open at a... Yeah, I don't know. I've been keeping my finger on the pulse of that too. A1, I don't know, does it give A1C? This is like my first, go around. I still have like the stock watch face on it. I gotta see what all my health parameters are. I wanna keep an eye on my pulse. It's up to 99. It's up to 99, and my resting when I first put on the watch was 77. So the Americano is definitely kicking in. No ifs, ands, or buts. All right, so let's get back to Maria's question first. First come, first serve. If it is a super chat question, I guarantee an answer. Everything outside of super chat and questions, I'll just pick them as I see would be an entertaining question to answer. Okay, how serious do I take New Year's resolutions? If you asked me that question a year ago today, I would have said total bullshit. Total and utter bullshit. New Year's resolution, oh yeah, New Year, blow the horn. I would have just been like, it's total horseshit because, I make resolutions every day. I'm going to do this, I'm going to be that, I'm going to attempt this. I'm like, I don't need to wait until the end of the year to do it. I'm not a New Year's person. I'll just say that up front. New Year's Eve, I could give two shits. I'll be perfectly honest. Other than getting together with you guys and we go out and we see the fireworks and everything, that's made New Year's Eve for me exciting and entertaining. But sans that, New Year's Eve represents the end of Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I think the most depressing song in all songdom is Old Lang Syne. That is so depressing. Ever since I was a kid, I was like, shit, it's over. It's over. No more Delilah. No more, it's just, for me, I keep Christmas in my heart year round, but it's just over. You know what I'm saying? It's like officially over. All the goodwill towards men and Merry Christmas and all that type of stuff. People just like, whatever, throw the tree at the curb, it's done. So I'm not a huge New Year's person. New Year's Eve, you guys know I've been a gym rat my entire life. Well, off and on. I haven't been in the gym close to a year and a half now because I broke my shoulder and ripped my bicep out. But that's going to change this year too. And I just used to see like the January, the beginning of the year, I used to see people like march their happy asses into the gym, stick around for a month, do curls in the squat rack, and then disappear after a week. That always represented New Year's to me. That was like indicative of the traditional, New Year's resolution. However, this year is a little different. This year, a lot has transpired, I wouldn't say on a personal level, not on a personal level, but on a business level, on a business path level, on a lot of different fronts. There's been, for me, a lot of W's and a lot of L's and kind of up and down, but overall it's been a decent year. It's not been a horrible year, but it's not been the greatest year either. But, such is life when you're attempting to start new things and do new things and whatever. And what prompted this is, in order to accomplish that, you do have to let go of the past. If you want to move forward, you do have to let go of the past. And that is my personal resolution. And I'm going to be indiscriminate about it. I'm getting rid of, everything. I just did, a reevaluation. And we were sitting down, blah, blah, blah. Just doing, a reevaluation of... Can you guys hear me? It's kind of loud in here. Just let me know. Doing a reevaluation of situations, people, and basically what I'm going to accomplish in the next couple of weeks is just separating the wheat from the chaff. things that do not serve me, things that haven't served me, things that promise to serve me, things that are wishful thinking. I'm just performing like an exorcism of all that stuff. If it happens to be people, so be it. People is the easy one, believe it or not. You know, I mean, when you disappear out of people's lives, sometimes you're doing them a favor too. They're like, you know, but it is what it is. You know, people have to go who are not serving, who are like vampires of your time and your resources, and your number one resource is your time. So it's not your money, it's your time, because money you can always recoup. Time you cannot get back, you know? So people who are time thieves and time hogs, that shit's going. You know, whether on the personal front or whether on the business front, that's gonna go. Let's see, just things that don't serve me, you know? I mean, in the personal life, things around the house, I'm even gonna go to the storage unit, because quite frankly, if I haven't looked at something, I'm paying like $350 a month for a storage unit. I don't even know what the fuck is in there. Why? Why? What, you know, what's the purpose? Oh, because someday I might need an extendable branch cutter that goes up to 20 feet. Do I? Will I? You know, I mean, I know there's one of those in there. You know, do I need like 7 different shovels? Do I need that crap? I haven't used it, haven't looked at it, you know, so I'm just cutting a lot of chaff out of my life. So that's where my goals are at. I want to run streamline. I want to go into 2024 streamline, aero freaking dynamic. And that's my goal. And if I gotta sacrifice some things along the way, some people along the way, some associates along the way, some drama along the way, and all the rest of that, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so next question was, and again, Gary, thank you for that 20 Bananaramas. Because I do have to answer the super chat ones. How do you make them realistic and attainable? One, you gotta set your mind to it. You know, like, do not delude yourself by wanting to do something, how would I say? By almost pretending you want to accomplish something, but deep down inside you don't. You know, there's no way you're gonna get anywhere or do anything by, you know, hey, I wanna quit smoking. Oh, I should quit smoking, but I really don't want to. You ain't quitting smoking. I want to quit drinking. I really should quit drinking, but I really don't want to. I should really quit whoring, but I really don't want to. I should quit sniffing model glue, but I really don't want to. You know, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, you know, unless you hit absolute freaking rock bottom, you know? And rock bottom sucks. You don't want to get to rock bottom to change, because I'll tell you what, despite all the, you know, the stories and the TV shows, oh, this guy hit rock bottom, you know, Robert Downey Jr., you know, look at him, now look at, you know, it's 1 out of a million. Once you hit rock bottom, a lot of times it's too late. You have to see rock bottom and be like, I ain't dealing with that shit, you know? But the first thing is to get, like I always say, your needs and want parallel. Do you want to do it, and do you need to do it? If your needs and wants are parallel in anything, that should be the governing factor in life. I want a new car. Do you need a new car? No. Well, we have a problem here, see? Do I want a new car? Yes. Do I need a new car? Yeah, my hoopty be falling apart. Oop, we're in alignment. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the principle of needs and wants parallel. Now, do I want to quit sniffing glue? No. Do I need to? Yes. You see what I'm saying? That ain't gonna work. It's only when needs and wants are completely parallel that things will go in your favor. Trust me, if you learn anything tonight, learn that. That being said, it's not going to happen. All your resolutions and your good thoughts and all that other shit is not going to happen until you get your needs and wants parallel. So if you need it as much as you want it, and you want it as much as you need it, all right, now you're on the right track, number one. Number two is have a plan. You know, oh, what do you want to be in 2024? I want to be rich. Okay. Cool, good on you. I want to get married. Okay, good on you. I want to, whatever, good on you. You don't have a plan, okay? What's your business? You go, that's like going to the bank and saying, hey, bank manager, I need a loan for business. All right, what's your business? I don't know, I want to sell crystals. Do you have any experience with crystals? Do you have a business plan? Have you put anything down on paper? What's your projected revenue over the first 12 months? No, I just know I want to do it. And they're just going to laugh at you and be like, bro, you know, you can sign up for a Christmas club and put $1 a week in, you'll have $52 at the end of the year. You know, no one's going to take you or your bullshit serious unless you have a plan. So, you get your needs and wants parallel. Don't lie. Do not lie. You know, like a lot of people like to lie to themselves. Do not lie. Be honest. No one's looking. Do it in a closet with the lights out. Be honest with yourself. Are my needs and my wants parallel? If they're not, figure out how to get them parallel. And then after that, it's showing me pictures of flowers. What the heck? I don't know what's going on. After that, have a plan. And here's something that you should know too. The more detailed the plan, the more achievable it is. As in, okay, I have a 5-year plan. Year 1, I'm gonna make $1 million. Year 2, I'll make $3 million. Year 4, I'll make $5 million. Year 5, I'll get married. Okay, that's better than nothing. But the more you're able to break down a plan and figure it out, you know, like you start out with those things. And then you do the ... and then you break it down. Then you do an outline. And then you get specific under the outline. How are you going to accomplish this? How are you going to accomplish that? The more detail you can get with a plan, the more realistic it is. The more vague it is, you'll just never get there. You know, that's like saying, you know, where's Bob? He'd be down by the creek over there. You know, what creek? What turn? There's 2 creeks, you know? It's like, all right, just walk in that direction. Eventually, you'll get there. You know, meanwhile, a freaking bear eats you. You know, the more detailed you can make a plan, you know, and you start with a bigger picture, and then you break it down into bite-sized freaking chunks. It's like eating a cow. How do you eat a cow? You eat a cow 1 cheeseburger at a time. You can't just gobble up a cow unless you're a freaking Tyrannosaurus, but one bite at a time. That's how it is. So, and then you'll feel the sense of accomplishment. Then you know you're going in the right direction when you're crossing shit off the list every day. You're like, I'm on track, you know? And then sometimes it'll be whacking off too, and you know, things might change or whatever, but needs and wants parallel, pull the trigger. Detailed plan your goal. I got a detailed plan on how I'm gonna, I've broken down how I'm gonna separate the wheat from the chaff. Pretty detailed. I didn't have to write it down. I just know how I'm gonna deal with certain things, certain people, and certain situations over the next couple of weeks. You know, some I'm gonna ghost. I'll be perfectly freaking honest. There's some people I'm gonna just straight up freaking ghost because they don't deserve any more of my time, you know, which is my most valuable resource. Other people, I'll give them the old, trust me, it's me, not you. And other people, I'm gonna be like, trust me, it's you, not me. You know, and that's gonna vary on the person and the situation. I'm gonna attempt in a weekend to go clean out my storage place. I'm gonna attempt to, you know, behind the scenes in the studio on the other side, it's been getting a little out of hand. I had, everything all neat and organized and everything, but now it's getting a little freaking buck wild, and I get a little confused in there, when there's too much shit. I like shit austere. I like, that type of thing, because I'm Scandinavian, and lately, being that my life has been a time crunch, it's been getting a little, out of control. It's not like, there's shit everywhere, but in my brain sees it as shit everywhere, like, oh, there's a box, like the other day, I took a box from Amazon, and I was at my desk, right, and I went like this. I was like looking at all this stuff. It's all, it's cool stuff, it's like boxes from the Olites, it's this stuff, it's a couple SD cards, it's a notepad, and I'm just like, I can't think. And I had that box, and I just put my arm like this. And I just, everything that was on the desk into a box, and then I put it on top of another box that I did the same shit to 2 weeks ago. So that's a bad habit. So I'm gonna break that habit too, But whatever. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So let's see. 111 people, that is freaking awesome. Let me pop over to here. Does that make sense? Needs and wants parallel? That was a great question. That's into so many other categories. Needs and wants parallel, and the more detailed you can make a plan, the more likely your success will be. Oh, I'll add to that. Short term, mid-term, and long-term. That's how you should also adjust your plan. Like, the big picture, it's not, you gotta say it's not the mentality in my mind is it's not $5 a month, it's $60 a year. You have to be able to look at the big picture. Do I need to be spending $60 a year? When was the last time I opened that freaking app? Never. Delete. You gotta be able to look at the big picture, the mid-term, and the short term. And start with the short term. Okay, let's get over to, I want to make sure I didn't miss any chatted up questions. Alright, Joe, we will get to that. What made me change my mind about getting an Apple Watch? It says Venus, and thank you for those 5 Bananagramas. I haven't been drinking my coffee. I've been talking the balls off a rhinoceros. Alright, I'm at 98. I'm getting hype. But my heart pumps hard. I can get up to like 130 and it doesn't affect me. 2 things. I'm not abandoning my other watches. Latest edition, what is that, an Ultra 2 or whatever, Boss AF. It was a gift. It was a gift from my bro. Thank you. It's also business related because, alright, you guys know the deal, right? I have 4 phones. No joke. Yeah, the one that's recording this, my personal daily driver, my business phone, which is an iPhone, and I have another one, and I have like 10 numbers. I'm biphonal, I rock with both, I F with both, and unfortunately, when I'm home or when I'm doing stuff, I don't walk around with them, It's not like I strap them on like this, to go do my shit. I have stuff to do, and there's certain things that I cannot afford from a personal, from a business, and from a financial point of view to miss. And sometimes, like especially when I edit, because when I edit a video, and I don't do as much, but I still edit a lot of videos. I do it with headphones on. You can see them in the back over my right shoulder. Those are studio monitor level headphones. I can't hear crap going out of there. And sometimes I will put my phones face up, next to me, but I'm color correcting, I'm cutting, I'm editing, and making sure the lip sync is good, and I'm doing my shit, So ultimately, I did miss a couple opportunities this year. I did miss a couple of crucial calls, crucial tidbits of information because, and even, I don't take my phones into the bathroom with me, I'm not like, laying cable, checking out Facebook or whatever, I'm just not that way. Some people are, some people aren't. However, being able to have this tied to my business phone, I'm gonna be able to put this on, I'll do it right after my first coffee. Once I have my first coffee in the morning, I get my shit together, I'll strap that on, and I don't have to sweat, having this with me, because I don't, it's not like I have 99 pockets when I'm in my own home either, I mean, for the most part, I'm either walking around in my underwear or, some sweatpants or whatever. I like to, unless there's a Zoom meeting after 10 or a team meeting, if I don't have anything planned or scheduled, I'm kind of cash, Now, however, being that I work from home for the most part, I do make my bed, and I do things like that to get me out of the mindset of, hey, I'm home, Some people go so far as to fully dress up and then step into their, into their work cubicle in their home, their spare bedroom and whatnot. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I do not. But for the most part, I don't have pockets on me, so it's been kind of beat. So, hence the watch. Now, is it a thing? I mean, I don't consider them fashion statements, although some people would consider that a flex, having an latest Apple Watch. Is that a flex? In some people's world it is. Me, a flex is like, having a Patek Philippe, that's worth $109,000. But a lot of people look at them and be like, oh, cool iWatch, bro. Because they don't know what's going on the other one, because I'm a horologist. So this doesn't fit the horology, although from a practical standpoint, it's gonna help me craft 2024 the way I want it to be. They also have things where you could pop this off and you could drop it like on here, or you could drop it on a chain and let it sit like right there and whatnot. I might do that too. If I don't feel like wearing it. But tonight I feel like wearing it because honestly I just set the thing up, so I'm still figuring it out. So that's how that kind of transpired. So I'm not like, woohoo or whatever, but I'm woohoo because it's freaking business. I mean, most of the decisions I make in life are, like we were talking about before, they have to show some ROI. Whether it's on the personal level or the business level, there has to be some type of return on investment. This thing will do that, and a lot of the other decisions I'll be making are gonna do that as well. So yeah, let's see. Got 130 people going on, and so so to me, to answer the question a little more acutely, it's a business tool. As much as it is a watch, it is a business tool that I'm gonna leverage to, to help me. That's that. Let's see. Well, Joe with a high-value woman question. Your high-value woman wants to go to New Year's. Yeah, take her out. I would take her out, I mean, if she wanted to go out with her friends or something, like, hey, just gonna do, New Year's Eve with my friends. I might not. I might take issue with that, unless it was at someone's house or whatever. You know how I feel about all that. But if she wants to go with you, I say, that's fine. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's good. And dress her up and show a little cleavage and the whole bit, because, she's standing next to you. And if someone says it, you could just suck them upside the head. Well, thank you, Mr. Ironheads. Yeah, I mean, I dig it. It's a little, it's weird. It's heavy but light at the same time. And I wear all my watches on my right hand. Even though I am right-handed, I always wear my watches on my right hand, so it feels weird having a watch on my left hand. I'll admit it. I don't know if I'm gonna try putting on both and make people's heads explode. Because one, the mechanical watches are more of a fashion statement than, a practical thing. So I don't know. Well, unless it's one of my pro chronographs or whatever. I don't know. Do I drive a Tesla? No. I don't think, that's what we're doing here. I mean, I got, like I was checking out before, I don't know if you can see that. I'm still not 100% behind this thing. Let me see. Like, I checked out my blood oxygen, and it says it right there. Why does it do that? Whatever. 99 on the blood oxygen. So that's cool. There's a lot of medical stuff going. It says it could do an EKG. What the hell do you got to strap it to do an EKG? I don't know. It's freaking handy. Time is money, absolutely. How do I feel about Citizens watches? I like them. I actually horologists might have a problem with some Citizens and some Bulivers and even some Movados, but I happen to like, Citizens watches, they can go from like $100 all the way up to like $2,000-3,000, some cases more. But Citizen has come a long way. I like what they're doing. The Eco Drive watches, big shout out to Eco Drive. That is one, as far as an automatic goes, that's some freaking voodoo in there. So I like the Citizens. Their customer service, from what I hear from other horologists, is extraordinarily good, and I can stand behind that all day. Let's see. What else do we want? What else do we want? We want more coffee. That's what we want. Yeah. December's all right. Convention is out of the way, but now planning for 2024 on a business level is gonna kick into high gear. What's up, Alex? But yeah, I'm taking my trees are up. I cannot wait to go home and fire them up. I mean, it actually gives me like joy to do that. So I am taking the time to, like I was saying a while ago, the past Christmas last year was kind of off. The Christmas the year before, life just tossed me some curveballs around Christmas time. I broke my shoulder, dislocated my shoulder, and snapped my bicep one Christmas. Caught sepsis from an infection and had to have my whole face reconstructed for 2 Christmases. So I was like laying low. I was like this, but I'm fully embracing it. What comes will come. I don't think anything's coming. I'm going to enjoy this year. I'm going to just milk it. 25 more days. To me, Christmas goes till the end of January, but I'm good. Would I drive a Tesla, or do I drive a Tesla? I'd like to answer that and with a resounding no. I know, I'll admit I was wrong. I thought the Cybertruck would never get delivered and people were going to get screwed out of their money, because that Cybertruck is a rolling turd, in my opinion. Hey, check it out. It could stop bullets. Brah, brah, brah. Cool. It's got a point in the front. I mean, if that thing hits anything else, those people are dead. Number one, I'm just not on board with the Cybertruck. Number one. You could charge your other Tesla using the sun. Who cares? It cannot, it out-tows, it's faster than a 911, which is like a freaking ancient model. Good for you. All electric cars, have the torque off the line, whatever. Who cares? I just don't like the idea that they could turn off my car, because that's been proven. Because Elon jury's still out on Elon. You know, he could be the greatest guy in the world or the Antichrist, in my opinion. Until I sit down with him across the table, I ain't in one camp or the other. He could be either. I gotta check behind his ear if he's got like a 666 tattooed back there, or he could be like a good human being trying to save society. I don't know. You know. Anyway, what do you say? Oh, when the thing happened with the Rus, well, it's still happening now. We forget about it because there's another war going on. You know, we forgot all about the Rus and the crane. I gotta code it. You know, the Rus people and the University of Kane. You know what I'm saying? You figuring it out there? All right. He was like, you know what? I could just press a button and turn off all the Teslas in Russia. Oh, really? You're gonna turn off my property at your will? You have the ability to turn off something I own? Not a chance am I gonna do it. I mean, if someone super chatted me a Tesla, I'll drive it. Other than that, no. You know, if they can turn off something that I own, if they can control, I mean, cars are gonna do that anyway. Cars are already ratting on you. Cars will testify, your own car will testify against you in court. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, even cars with cameras are watching you, and you know, they know your orientation and your pronouns, and I mean, cars do spy on you nowadays. However, there are ways to cancel that out. But the fact that someone could turn off my property, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And oh, it has 500-mile range. Okay, great. I got a chart. I got to stand at a frickin', you know, if I'm not home, I got to go to a station and sit there and charge. And I watch Bugs Bunny on the 19-inch screen in there, which is a driving hazard. Why the F? They're telling us not to drive distracted. And then it's okay to have a frickin' TV screen inside your car. And that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, it's gonna drive itself eventually. He's been saying that shit for 10 years and it's still not available. And even in beta, it costs thousands and thousands of dollars to have that it barely even frickin' works, and you still can't self-drive. You know, so Tesla to me is a big frickin' scam. I'm sure they're great cars. I've driven in a lot of them. They're awesome, cool, whatever. I ain't getting on board because I don't want to be like, I don't want to have like YT, you know, call up Tesla and say like, you know what Bror Fredrik said about, you know, this woman? Do you know what Bror Fredrik said about the election? You know, we got to shut his car off for 24 hours to keep him from talking certain things we don't like. You know, like they do in China. I'll be just like, all right, let's teach Bror Fredrik a lesson. They already do it on my videos, you know. Let's teach him a lesson. No car for you for 24 hours. Second violation, 48 hours. Third violation, a week without your vehicle. All gonna happen if you get on board with electric vehicles. And electric power, solar power, wind power, all that shit is sheer bullshit. It's sheer and utter bullshit. It's one of the biggest scams since global warming, that we can derive all our power from solar panels and from wind power and all. No. The only answer is nuclear power plants and cold fusion, and some type of cold fusion reaction system. Other than that, it's all a scam. Anyway, Tom Mack, have I ever had my heart truly broken? Thank you for those 4 Bananagramas. I'd say yes. I think we all have. All right, I'll address that in a different way. I'm gonna go in 2 directions with that as I finish up my coffee. I want more. I haven't even finished this one. I want more. Oh, drip some on the watch. All right. I think we all have, in the grand scheme of things, a woman's retort to certain forms of certain things that I say regarding relationships. One of the go-to answers that I hear a lot is, how would I say? Oh, who hurt you to get you to think like that? Oh, you must have been really hurt by someone to come up with that thought process about women and relationships. Not the case. That is copium. That's 100% female cope. Whenever you step out of the box and exert yourself and actually call into question female behavior, they'll either shame you, or, they use shame tactics, anger tactics, manipulation tactics to put you back in the box. And one of them is, oh, you're insecure, oh, you're jealous, oh, someone really must have hurt you in the past for you to get to think. No, no, I'm just calling it like it is, and you don't like it. So don't let anyone do that to you. But I get that a lot on my videos sometimes when I talk about it. That's pure cope, that just rolls off me. So in terms of relationships, I would have to say, yeah, it hurts, breaking up with someone and all the rest of that stuff. But, like I always say when it comes to relationships, once you accept the fact that, I'm speaking mostly for the guys out here, once you accept the fact that a woman is only yours for now, it's only, I hate to put it this way, but it's only your turn. Because if you die, if you, get with Becky at the water cooler or, whatever, it's just a matter of time before she's in someone else's bed. 100% facts. So once you understand that, it really doesn't hurt as much. It's easier to let go. You're just like, and you move on with your life because sooner or later, sometimes sooner, sometimes later, she's going to be laying up with another dude anyway, and that's all outside your control. So why get all butthurt about it, It is what it is. Now, I would say the greatest hurt in my life in terms of, heartbroken was when I lost my dog. That might sound, what, you're prioritizing a dog over, over people. Like, I've lost people too, don't get me wrong. And the older you get, we're going to be losing more people as time goes. But my dog was, he was so noble and so smart and so in tune with me as a person. I can't even describe it. It just bored a hole through the center of my chest, But I know he's chilling out, he's playing, and he's just waiting for me, And I'm gonna see him, and we're gonna play again. And sometimes he does visit me and whatnot. But yeah, that sucks, That's, I don't know. As much as I want to get another dog or dogs or 100 dogs, it's just such a raw deal that they have such a short lifespan, It's like, you just know that heartbreak is coming again. And I don't know if I want to expose myself to that another time. That's going to be a little rough decision. Because, once you get close, the difference is with, I would say, a dog and a human. Okay, lock your wife or your girlfriend and your dog in the trunk of your car for an hour. Open it up and see which one's happy to see you. The dog. All freaking day long. The dog's just like, that was fun. You're back. Let's have fun. Let's do it again. What are we going to do now? Unconditional love, and only God can give you that level of unconditional love, other than a dog, isn't that weird? God loves us unconditionally, and a dog is capable of loving you unconditionally. That's some powerful stuff right there. People would say a cat. Cats are a little too aloof, they won't let you know. They're like, yeah, I love you, but I don't want you getting all full of yourself. You know, I've had some very affectionate cats, but, you know, because I have had cats. But a dog is like so unconditional, you know? Like you could almost get addicted to the level of like love and unconditional love that a dog will provide for you, you know? And there's like groups around the nation, like who are on a mission to take dogs away from homeless people. I ever saw that shit. There'd be news crews there, you know? There'd be news crews rolling up, you know? If some shit like that ever happened. Taking away a dog from a homeless dude? Oh, well, we could take better care of him. Yeah, you can, you know? But aren't they? Don't get me started. If I ever saw that in person. Anyway. Alright. Let's get some more questions going, right? Dogs. 100% unconditional love. Yeah, my pit bull, he was so good. He was so, I've had a few dogs. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had like 4.5 dogs. But the last one was just woo. Wow. That was an amazing experience. And I know I'm gonna see him again. Just not yet. Do I like stand-up comedians and who makes me laugh? Thank you, Joe, for those 2 banana rounds. Okay, I have I'm not a big comedy guy, although I like to laugh, and I do have a kind of weird sense of humor, kind of dry, but, you know, kind of funny. Something, you gotta get to know me. I'm not like when I'm scrolling Netflix to see what to watch, when I get to comedies, I'm just like, I can't get past them soon enough. I don't watch movies or anything to laugh. You know, it's just not my thing, you know. What, I make you laugh? You know, but there are some comedians that do make me laugh. You know, I was listening today to Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal is funny, but he's real. He's like, you know, he's just like a dude. He's just like me, just like you. But, you know, he's got an interesting perspective on, he's gone. He's got an interesting perspective on life and relationships, you know, whatever. I like Patrice O'Neal. He makes me laugh. I like Dave Chappelle. Now, this is a case of, I can still like a guy. Like, me and Dave, I think we would laugh our asses off because we have the same, you know, we see things sort of the same way, you know? We just like WTF the same things. But we won't agree on everything, you know. He has certain ways of looking at, you know, life and politics and whatever that, you know, are, if anything, opposite of mine in certain cases the same. But he's even keeled, you know. He's not like, he's like, this is the way I see it, but if I see something else, I will also take that into account. That's me 100% too. These are my views in life, but if new information comes around, I might adjust my view. I'm not set in stone, you know. I'm not willing to die on a hill of an issue that I don't have 100% information on, because nobody knows everything, you know. Like I say, global warming is bullshit. I mean, there might be some truth to it, you know, that it's accelerating and whatnot, but overall, you know, profiteering and racketing going on. You know, unless you show me otherwise, you know, the same picture of the frickin' polar bear on the frickin' ice cube floating around, you know, jive. I don't believe a lot of stuff. I do believe people landed on the moon, but I don't believe in evolution, you know? So, but we can still have a conversation. If you have something to add, I will take that into consideration. Maybe you could sway me. I'm not willing to die on certain hills. The only hills I'm willing to die on is when it comes to morality and doing what's right. I will die on that frickin' hill all day. But an opinion about this planet we live on, you know, I'm going to adjust my thoughts. But different right or wrong, teaching little kids, exposing little kids to frickin' weirdness and shit in the school books, hell, I'm willing to die on, you know? Because that's a moral issue. What was the question? Okay, Patrice O'Neal, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, You see where I'm going? You see the vein of comedy I'm into? Like, you know, not like ha ha ha, you know, let's laugh. I like, you know, comedy's a funny thing, and jokes are a funny thing. Comedians can get away with talking more accurate truth about social issues than anyone else in the world because it's in a joking fashion and everyone laughs, you know? Like, if I talk about cat ladies, it might not be funny. People might notice, be offended. Hey, wait a second, I got a cat, Bror Fredrik. I'm a woman, I have a cat, you know? I cannot relate. Well, I'm not talking to you. Specifically, I'm making a general statement when I say things like, you know, crazy cat lady starter kit and whatever, you know? But if you say it as a joke, like I just started right there, so you didn't get butthurt when I, you know, made a joke out of it, right? But comedians can do more social commentary than anyone else on the planet and sort of not get canceled. They try their asses off to cancel comedians, but you know, it's just something that's going back to like Red Fox, you know, Red Fox that talks some shit, you know, Archie Bunker talks some shit, George Jefferson talks some shit, you know, but it made people laugh, and you know, that's the kind of humor I'm into. I'm into like making fun of the world around us and, you know, making a light, you know, kind of bringing awareness to things, but with a smile on your face. And yeah, Patrice O'Neal, Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, yeah, they're kind of my favorite. They're kind of my favorite. Yeah. Okay, I will adjust that to Bill Burr before he shaved his head, perhaps. Yeah. Let's see. Daniel Tosh. All right, I'll look into him. I don't know what his gig is, but I will look into him. All right. Yeah, equal opportunity offenders. You know, exactly. You know. When did we get so serious? Everything is like, you know, again, going back to Marcus Aurelius, that, you know, when society takes trivial shit and puts it in the forefront, that's usually the end of society. Like, oh, you gotta call, I identify as a freaking can of tuna, you know, you gotta call me freaking starfish. I do? I gotta get sucked into your dream world? Really? Really? That's where we're at as a society? You know, meanwhile as Rome is burning around us, we gotta worry about crap like that? Okay. Why can't they go back to the moon today? Because nobody cares, you know? Oh, I was watching a show that, it was actually last night. I got a total of 3 hours sleep last night. And one of the things I watched before bed was like these scientists were talking about if they go to the moon and there's all those craters from where all the asteroids hit it, and they're like, nah, bro, those weren't asteroids. Those were underground volcanoes. See, they came up and then they sucked back down, and then from billions of years of rotating, it kind of smoothed them off. Bullshit. But I digress. They're like, oh, if we fill it up like a swimming pool with some concrete and toss a dome over it and put an elevator, people live there. That's what they're planning right now. There's like Google is trying to pay people to go there, but nobody gives a shit about the moon because international law states no one can own it, and so it doesn't really serve a purpose. People believe like the guy with the short mustache. You know this guy? You know that guy? They say he's up there. You know, like those people, you know, with the Z and the I and the N and the A, they're up on the moon, whatever. I don't know, chilling with aliens and whatever. I don't know about all that. The moon, it serves no purpose, so nobody wants to go back to. Although China's been there, and the world doesn't want to admit it. And I think India's been there too. Is it possible? And what's his name? Someone's 420 AF. It's 420. What's his name? Bruce Willis. He was on the moon with Ben Affleck and them. Gabriel Iglesias. I don't know about Gabriel. Didn't Gabriel Iglesias become all like anti-American? Didn't he become like one of those like weirdos? You know? Didn't he get like TDS? Like an extraordinarily bad case of TDS? I think that's why I stopped. Oh, was that the other dude who used to have the TV shows? Romero or something like that. He went off the frickin' rails. Tasha, George Carlin was pretty good. Stephen Bird. All right, I'm gonna watch these people. I will look at that later. Yeah, there's plenty of comedy out there. What? Bill Burnett. Bill Burr's is funny. He can get away with a lot of stuff because he's also in an interracial marriage. So he's got that card to play, you know, which helps a lot. If you can say, hey, yo, look, check my wife, bro. You know, you can't call me an ist when, you know, she's who I'm sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? So he can use that. I'm not saying he is, but that gives him a lot of room for play, you know, when it comes to navigating race and ethnicity and whatever, which, you know, that's kind of cool. You know, so yeah, he's got a, you know, yeah. Sometimes you have to give him a little bit. Yeah, I mean, or how about the concept of there's no reason to hit a woman? No, there's freaking millions of reasons. You just don't do it, you know? You just don't do it because you don't want to twist their heads around. Now you got a teen movement. I haven't got one commercial yet. Not one. Which is, I don't know if that's good or bad. Alright, let me readjust this. Bonk. Bonk. You got 4? I got none. I'm using like a secondary account so I can monitor it. I haven't got one yet, which is weird. Four over the course of what? What have we been? Let me check my watch. Bam. Oh, I just noticed something it does. Oh, that's cool. Alright, I gotta figure this thing out. I'm not a real like Apple person yet. I gotta get down with the Apple activities. Bill Burr and the hardest job, motherhood. Any job you could do in your pajamas ain't really a job. Ain't the hardest job in the world. You know, like, go work on an oil rig in your friggin' pajamas and then tell me who's got it harder. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with a lot of stuff, and some of the shit he comes up with, I thought about long before that. Is it... Okay, that's a good question, James. I ain't going away with that. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, we're talking about commercials. So 4 divided by 90 is what? Approximately every 25 minutes? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. They used to do every half hour. Is it harder to lose weight if you have very low testosterone? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. That is a good question. It's a weird self-fulfilling prophecy because one of the reasons men have low testosterone, I'm going to say men, have low testosterone is because of overweight or obesity, which further lowers it and which prevents you from getting it back. So it's like a catch-22, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Once you're overweight and or obese, your testosterone drops. Then it's harder to get back in shape because your testosterone's so low. So, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. The best way to overcome that, if you're overweight and you have low T, one, you can see your doctor and have them prescribe something, you know, because it's legal now and they can boost your testosterone back up, you know, in a very healthy fashion, not like, you know, like Ron Coleman type, you know, just keep jabbing shit in your butt until you get huge. But that will help. TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, that will help. The other thing is just to do your best to build any type of muscle. Muscle is biologically expensive. So even if it's walking, even if just start on something. Now that might sound like, oh, basically, Bror Fredrik, you're telling me to exercise, and that's gonna help? Yes, that's what I'm telling you, but different reasons. Muscle is biologically expensive, so the more muscle you can put on your body, the more you need to feed it in order to maintain it. And if you're overweight and obese, that could be as simple as skipping the elevator and taking the stairs, skipping the escalator and taking the stairs. Anything you can do to form muscle growth will help you burn fat, because muscle will burn, well, burning fat is bullshit, number one. Your body will consume fat as a fuel source, is a better way to put it. Yeah, I mean, lower calorie intake, yada, yada, yada. But yes, it's again, like I was saying in the beginning, there's certain things in life that you could pass the point of no return. Not saying that it's impossible, but once you're obese, your testosterone drops, and then the testosterone drop will keep you obese. So it's bad. You have to take some dramatic measures, and I would suggest personally going to a doctor and just, dealing with it on that level, because having high testosterone will cause a thermogenic effect on your body. I mean, I get my tests checked once a year. And other things, like I'm pretty freaking healthy, all things considered. And to this day, I can still basically eat whatever the F I want, I mean, I don't eat junk, but from a caloric standpoint, I can still eat whatever the heck I want as long as it's not freaking Twinkies and shit, and I stay relatively svelte because testosterone causes thermogenic effects, and that's why I'm always like, I'm always like a little amped and whatever. But then there's so many other bad things that happen when your T goes. When your testosterone is low, you can have immune issues and stuff like that. So do whatever you can to keep your test up, fellas. I mean, I'll continue to, if that's a subject, I will continue to talk about it, because I don't talk about, keeping your test high for bedroom activities, although it does help. Morning wood is cool. It's more of a health thing, I mean, your body just does not, a male body does not function correctly. It's not firing on all cylinders if your testosterone is low. It even affects your mind. And one of the biggest things you could do, I'm going to tell you right now, one of the biggest things you could do is vitamin D. If you want to fix low testosterone fast, even if you're obese, one of the greatest things you could do for yourself, and I'm not a doctor, lawyers, F you, I'm not giving medical advice, I'm just saying what worked for me, high doses of vitamin D. Like, I'm talking 10 to 20,000 IUs a day will re-kick your testosterone production. It's an epidemic of how bad people are suffering from vitamin D deficiency. And the first thing that vitamin D deficiency kicks in the nads is your hormones, both for men and for women. You gotta get that vitamin D levels up, and taking 1,000 IUs or a multivitamin ain't doing shit, because we don't work outside. When was the last time, does anyone in the audience legitimately work outside with their shirt off, sucking in all that beautiful sunshine? No, because we were told in the 80s, oh, you're gonna die. Oh my God, you're gonna get skin cancer. Oh, put this SPF 9000 on. Did SPF, although I do use some, I ain't gonna lie, but did SPF get invented by pharmaceutical companies to keep you sick? It prevents the absorption of vitamin D under the guise of you're gonna die if you expose your skin to the sun, which is basically what we're supposed to do. I mean, it's for the food pyramid. The food pyramid is designed to make you sick. That way you buy pills at the pharmacy. It's designed to make you sick and obese and stupid. I mean, and we fall for it. Oh, bacon is bad. Oh my God. Butter is bad. Eat this plastic shit instead. You know, we're just like, okay, I'll eat margarine, I'll never eat bacon, and I'll do the food pyramid. What a bunch of bullshit. It's a big friggin' scam. And, you know, most people fall for it. Meanwhile, at the same time, 42% of all people in America are considered overweight, which, you know, I mean, look around. And over 55% are overweight in America. 42% are morbidly obese. 42% of the citizenry of the United States is clinically obese, morbidly obese, like ready to die, waddling around. And oh yeah, food pyramid's really working out. Keep loading them carbs, keep eating those freaking Twinkies. Oh, let's watch her for a second. Hold on. They think, YouTube must think I'm a chick. Evidently, they think I'm a chick with small boobies. Alright, let's get back to all messages. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. There's that Ryan frickin', what's his name with the frickin', with the Mint Mobile ad? It's like enough for you already. I don't know why I don't like that guy. I don't like him at all. He just like, something about him. Yeah, you almost have a dramatic health shift in your life. But there'll always be someone who's on the freaking pharmaceutical tit, you know, sucking on it hard, saying things like, oh, but you gotta be careful with vitamin D, you could overdose, and oh, but if you grill your meat, it's a carcinogen. You can't eat that red meat grilled because it's the compound that's created has carcinogenic effects. Do you have any freaking clue how much grilled meat and bacon you would have to eat to have a carcinogenic effect? I mean, I've seen studies and peer research reports. I mean, I read shit like that, you know, call me crazy. You would have to eat like 250 pounds of grilled beef for it to even get a little bit of the carcinogenic effect. But that's standard operating procedure now. Don't eat meat because, you know, you grill it, it's cancer. Same thing with like hot dogs. They talk about that shit. You know, or processed foods. Processed foods are bad for you for a lot of reasons. But getting cancer from them is not, because you'd have to eat, I think, over 500 hot dogs a day to get the carcinogenic effect. Now, yeah, it's going to turn into a big fat blob of blubber. But other than that, no. What's my favorite bet for Buffalo? $1.80 and $3. Ryan Reynolds, yeah. He just like rubs me the wrong way. Thinks he's so slick, you know? He's trying to be like, you know, like that sarcastic, cool guy who you just want to punch in the face. Nah, I don't like him. Not that I want to punch him in the face, man. Maybe we can get blows, I don't know. Dr. Bror coming on TV. I mean, listening to my advice and listening to, you know, like the World Health Organization, you know, whatever, pick your poison. Do I know the green lines test? Nope. Are you gonna make me Google that? I want to know what that is. The green lines test. Okay, I gotta study that. See, I set an alarm a while ago. See, I set a stopwatch to let me know when it was 7. It didn't let me know. How am I only on one coffee? All right, well, let's check the heart rate. No. It's saying I have 15 minutes left. Oh, I started at 6. Never mind, I'm lying. Forget it. Never mind, forget what I just said. Alright, let's check out, what are we checking out? The heart rate. Alright, my resting rate right now, because I'm resting, is 88. That's not bad. It's kind of cool. I want more. So we're going out tomorrow night. I'm gonna still answer questions. We're going out tomorrow night on the Strip, but I do indeed want to see the Bellagio Conservatory. As I said in the beginning, it's looking pretty freaking sexy. I ain't gonna lie. There's one part that I'm not a big fan. It's like a big rat and whatever. What does a rat have to do with Christmas? Big old freaking rat. You know, like a rat cape or whatever. That I don't get. But other than that, yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. So you're not gonna want to miss that. I'm trying to look for other questions that need to be answered. Is Ray Romano funny? I don't think so. I used to play craps with him over at the Mirage. He was kind of cool to hang out with, but I never found his comedy funny. I know, like, everyone loves Raymond or whatever, and the other dude, he's got the comedy club, and I don't like that kind. I don't like self-deprecating humor. I don't like humor at other people's expense, per se. You know, like teasing, making fun of, or self-deprecating. Oh, I'm such an asshole, or, you know. And I didn't like, you know, like that whole thing. You know, oh, I'm the henpecked husband, and, you know, all that type of shit, and kowtowing to the woman. And, nah, I just never thought he was funny. That I had zero appeal. But he was a cool guy. He used to play craps a lot. Cool guy. Alright, keep them questions coming. We got a little while to go. Yeah, I know. It's too late for me. Like I said, it's way too, the business that I'm in, you know, outside of YouTube, it's too late for me. I mean, you know, they can press a button and probably delete me at this point, you know? Boop! So, you know, kind of too late for me, but I'm still gonna tell people not to do dumb shit, you know? So, you know, I mean, TSA, you know, they got my freaking eye scan, you know, it's just the business that I'm in, so, like I said, it's kind of too late for me. I mean, I mitigate a lot of it, you know? Like, you know, I try not to get tracked on all the devices, but it still pops up. Like I told you guys the other day, I put in a review of Posh Burger, which is like the biggest freaking dump in all of Aria, you know, and maybe all of town when it comes to burgers. It is a freaking dump. And I said it, I hope you're listening, it's a freaking dump. You run a dump, you are a dump. And I'm gonna show everyone why. Let's get over there now. Let's cut to the tape. Because of this. This is what they gave me as a freaking burger. Does that look like, this is like $20 fucking. Let's take a look at that. That is a burger from Posh Burger. They can kiss my ass. What the actual F is that? That is garbage. That is despicable. They should be ashamed of themselves. It's pieces. It broke up. They scraped, looks like they scraped it off the floor, squirted a little schmutz over there, threw it on a nasty ass bun and served it to me like I was a fucking animal. Fuck you, Posh Burger. Oh, and by the way, I did a review. I did everything but say fuck you, Posh Burger. But I said it was garbage, it was a ripoff, this, that, and the other. However, Google was like, hey, Bror Fredrik, we saw you like doing reviews now. I did one. We saw you like doing reviews now. So, here's a list of the past 20 places that you've been. Would you like to review any of those? And it was like Aria, Veer, Vidara, Bellagio, Walmart, the Bodega, and I'm just like, too late for me. I mean, one day I'm gonna go completely off grid, trust me. But that day is not, it's gonna take a little bit of doing. All right, so we got a shout out. So fuck you, Posh Burger, and your shitty ass, deplorable service, and your disgusting ass burgers, and your customer service, and everything about you. I hope you close. I hope you crash and burn on an epic level. However, that is the strip steak from Javier's. If you want to have one of the most delicious meat experiences, I mean, okay, bavettes, you know how I feel about bavettes. I love bavettes. Love bavettes. But bavettes can't do this. That is, I don't know what that is. That is a strip steak that only Javier's at Aria can do. And what me and my bro do is we order one and we cut it up. Let's look at that real close. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. I don't know how. I don't know where they get it. I don't know anything, but it's magical. If you're gonna eat at Javier's, or if you want just an insanely good steak, the strip steak, just tell them make it, rare, medium rare. And I literally, you will never have a piece of meat, a piece of beef that I'm not bullshitting you, that melts in your mouth. You cut it, you put it in your mouth, you bite it once or twice, and it melts in your mouth. And with all the flavor, and you don't have to put salt. It's just like, I don't know how they do it. I'd love to be a fly on the wall where they get it. Maybe I don't know what they do. Literally amazing. Literally freaking amazing. And this is their, I love cheese. Oh my God. That is their fondito. Just like a big ass plate of melted cheese of various varieties. And let's look at that again and appreciate it. That's a perfect meal. Fondito and the boss ass strip steak. It's good. I don't get the taquitos. Don't get me started on the taquitos, but yeah. Oh, I got other meat pictures. You want to see meat pictures? That was, what was that? I think that was Carbones. I gotta take a picture of meat. That was Carbones. Shout out Carbones. Oh, I gotta go home and eat some meat. I actually have some defrosting for when I get home. Let's see, what other stuff? Oh, you wanna see something? That's my new creation right there. See the Christmas plate? Sick. That is pizza made out of giant taco wrap, burrito wrap shells and whatnot. It's good. It's real good. Alright, let's get back on it. Let me see if there's any other questions. Oh, it's way behind. Way behind these. Yeah, I hope Posh Burger sees that. F you. Don't even have the nads to reply. I posted the picture too. Javier's is a weird place. I mean, I love the restaurant. I mean, I love the food. The restaurant's kind of odd. It's like, it's supposed to be what? Like a Spanish galleon, but they were blasting mumble rap while, we're trying to eat. It's weird, It's weird, but strip steak kicks ass. No other place on the planet have I ever ate something, a piece of meat that melts in your mouth. Literally melts. And BCDC, I'm pissed at friggin' Posh Burger. I'm friggin' pissed at them. Corn tortilla shells. What did I use? I used big wraps. Okay, I took 4 big wraps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I laid them out first. I wet them a little bit. That way they don't like get too hard or whatever. Wet them a little bit. Put cheese on it, and then I rolled the sides into like a crust, right? So it's like cheese-filled crust, cheese-filled inside. So 1 layer, cheese, another layer, so it's cheese-filled crust, thickens it up, rolled it, stuck some toothpicks in it to keep it like, rolled in. Then I put more cheese. Then I buy, of all places, not Dollar General has canned pizza sauce. I don't know about yours, but the one in the hood's got canned pizza sauce from Italy, and it doesn't need any high performance thing. You don't have to make your own onions. It's good right out of the can. So I dumped that on there. Another layer of cheese, the pepperoni. Slide that thing in at like 250 to 300, and it's friggin' awesome. And it takes all of like 10 minutes. It's actually way quicker to make than making my own gluten-free. But I'm using corn tortillas, and sometimes the flavor of corn tortillas is like sweet potatoes. After a while, you're just bored of it. You're just like, oh my god, another freaking corn tortilla. Like that. Best thing that happened this week. What was the best thing that happened this week? Coming to the realization that it is time to separate the wheat from the chaff in all things Bror Fredrik. I've been wanting to do it, and I've been like making excuses not to, but yeah, there's gonna be some house cleaning. Nothing to do with the channel. It's outside of it. Well, a little bit to do with the channel, to be perfectly honest, but a lot of things outside of the channel, in business and in personal relationship. I made up my mind. I am resolute. Great day, Mom. How you doing? Do I speak any other language other than English? That is a good question. And unless there's any other questions coming in, I just might wrap it up there. I did more talking than coffee drinking. I would take you directly outside. There's a guy out there in one of those stupid mirror outfits, blasting music so loud you could almost hear it from here, like right outside the door there, which is kind of stupid, but anyway. I do not, I can speak a few languages, not fluently. I know some Cantonese, I know enough Italian, I know enough German, I know enough Spanish. I understand a lot of those languages, way more than people would suspect. Like I could just kind of sit and know when people are talking about me, or I can grab enough words to understand the conversation, even though I might not know every single word. Confident to talk? Unfortunately not, Like, it's one of my goals, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I used to be like a little more of a dickhead than I am now. I'd be like, it's America, speak freaking English. I used to have that mentality, but, then I was like, wait a second. I couldn't talk to my grandmother, her entire time she was alive and I was around her because she didn't speak English. So far be it for me to yap about that, So I kind of corrected myself when it comes to that. But I believe that if you don't teach your children the native tongue, you're probably doing them a disservice. And, my family did me a disservice because they were just like, these kids are going to be American, me, my sister, my cousins, these kids are going to be American. So, they did not teach us the native tongue. They dissuaded us from learning our native tongues, 2 of them. So, that was a problem, you know. It would have been nice to like be able to talk to not my grandma, my great grandmother, you know. She never spoke a lick of English, you know. But yeah, so that was a little extreme, but you know, they were also adults, so they could talk shit around the table and not let us know and whatever. So yeah, so it's one of those things I'll eventually do. You know a little Yiddish? I know a little Yiddish too. That's weird. I know a little Yiddish. Spanish is pretty easy to pick. The easiest language for me to pick up, believe it or not, is German. Because I don't know why. I mean, German is so heavily rooted. I mean, English is so heavily rooted in the Germanic tongues. You know, kindergarten. You know, we actually use so many German, well, I would say Germanic languages in America that it's unbelievable. Oh, my watch is telling me we're done. We ain't done yet. Okay, well, how do I shut it off? That's cool. It vibrated, not vibrated enough. We use so many like even the days of the week are all Nordic. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's all Norse gods. You know, Thursday, Thursday. You know, those are all that came from my people. You know, there's so much in our language that's from Germanic people, but yeah, German I can pick up very, very easy. I mean, it's very like guttural. How do you sing a love song in German? Einst. You know, it's like, it sounds like you're yelling, like you're pissed off, but he's saying, hey, baby, I love you. You want to knock some boots or what? It sounds like you want to, like, take over her country or whatever. You know, it's a rough language. But it's a cool language, too. But you're fluent in Scottish? Well, a Scotch. Have I ever gone on a cruise? Once, and I did not like it. Once I got like, I went on a large party boat, not a small one. I went out of Sheepshead Bay on a really big freaking party boat with like hundreds of people on it. It was like if I had the code to the nuclear suitcase, the nuclear football, I would have been like, okay, the password is 1, 2, 3, 4 ABC. You know, just get me off this freaking boat. I was so sick. No, I wouldn't do that. He'd have to kill me to get information out of me. But anyway, yeah, I was so sick, and I was so sick on a cruise that I took a number of years ago. And they're like, stay at the middle of the boat. You'll be fine. You know, but I've also owned boats. You know, I had a big old Ranger, you know, 20, well, it's like 20 point whatever. They called it a 21, closer to 20-foot Ranger with like a 175 horsepower. Used to do like 70 miles an hour. Yeah, you know, I never got seasick on that. Could be in the middle of the lake doing this, but get me on a frickin' ocean liner, like one of those like ones that looks like a cargo vessel. I get sick on them, you know. So I don't know. No cruising for me. I mean, I even tried, like, I kind of knew it, and I tried that bracelet with, like, the two things over there, and I didn't do shit. But this is so long ago. But I'm not throwing up and being nauseous. Is there anything really worse than that in life? I mean, I'm sure there is, but in an immediate level, is there anything worse than being nauseous and having like the dry heaves and having to throw up? That's just such a horrendous feeling. I don't think I want to find out. Suits is a good show. Suits is a good show. You will get addicted to that. Alright, anything else going on here? Alright, I'm gonna suck on my coffee. Ugh, throwing up is nasty. Just thinking about throwing up makes me want to throw up. However, I keep saying it, I do want to take the cruise up to Alaska and watch global warming or whatever. I don't know, whatever bullshit's up there. They might change my mind. I might see that polar bear they've been showing for the past 50 years floating on that ice cube, you know? I don't know, but I think it'd be boss. Any more questions? Ever been to Hawaii? No, I have not. Does it interest me to go there? Nope. About a half hour too late. Would have been 2 cups deep by now. Have I ever been? I don't know why it doesn't interest me. I mean, I'm sure it's a beautiful place and people love it. And I love the people from Hawaii because here in Vegas there's a lot of Hawaiian people. I know a lot of Hawaiian people here and they're all cool people. I'm just not into tropical things. It's just like, nothing against Hawaii, but it's like, okay, Hawaii or Alaska. I'm taking Alaska all day. You know, Hawaii or Frosty the Snowman. Now we're getting in the mood. Did you hear that? Someone had it on 11. Here come the copyright claims. I got so many the other night at Caesar's Palace. Not Caesar's, at Bellagio. 5 of them. They demonetized that video before I made it back to the car. Holy cow. Like, going out in Vegas now, it's almost impossible to have a stream with no copyright claims. It's almost tragic. Hawaii or Austria? Austria all day. Hawaii or Switzerland? Switzerland all day. You see, that's the environment that makes me happy. Trees, and oddly enough, I live in the desert, but it's, you know, for different reasons other than, oh, I love palm trees and dirt. I don't like sand, I don't like rocks, I don't really, you know, palm trees, yeah, they're all right, but, you know, I like pine trees and oak trees and maple trees and, you know, palm trees, it's all right. Coconuts, all right, I don't know. Maybe I have like Gilligan's Island trauma from watching that as a little kid. Maybe I was like, fuck this. You know, I don't want to be like trapped on this desert island all freaking sweaty and nothing but coconuts, you know. Maybe it's like trauma. I don't know. I thought I did not like Billions. Hawaii or Abu Dhabi? I would take Hawaii over Abu Dhabi all day long. Let's see. Oh, Billions. I started to watch it. I got 2 episodes deep, and I'll never watch it again because everyone in that show is an asshole. You know, I don't mind protagonists. I don't mind, you know, like Harvey from, you know, the other show where, you know, he's an asshole, but not really. He's cool, like, you know, like Tony Soprano, like, yeah, you could hate him and love him at the same time. I don't mind characters like that. But I found none. I found no redeeming qualities in anyone in that show that I could get behind and be like, yeah, you know, I could hang out with him. Who could you hang out with? The guy who lets his wife friggin' put cigarettes out on him? Is he a good character? He's a piece of crap. The guy the main character of Billions, he's a piece of crap. You know, his wife, piece of crap. Everyone's a piece of crap. So I can't really get behind it. I get the logic of the story and how it's gonna, but like I already know the entire show in the first 2 episodes. It's gonna be these 2 dickheads, you know, dick measuring the entire time. And I don't like either one of them. You know, I just can't get invested in that show Billions. I thought I would like it. Then I tried to watch Bull, and that was like, drawer number 7, you know, he goes like this instead of that when he farts, so I know how he's gonna. I'm like, where are the good shows? Where's the good shows I should be watching? You know? Where are the good shows? I don't know. I would like to go to New Zealand too. You've been on 40, your in-laws have been on 45 cruises? That's pretty freaking cool. That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I want to see the big bears or whatever. I want to see bears. Bears are cool. Bears are just like big dogs. I went hunting once, and it was actually, legal to dispatch the bear, and they're like, make good stew, and this, that. I mean, okay, I'll make stew all day out of like an elk, a caribou, a mule deer, a deer, all freaking day long. Rabbit, whatever. I'll eat it all. I grew up eating rabbits, But here comes this bear, right? I'm up in a tree stand, and here comes this bear. He's just like, da-da-da, da-da-da. Like, he was all happy and shit. He was like playing with sticks. He was just like this. He was just like, look. He's like, oh, look, stick. And I'm just like, I want to hang out with him. I feel like climbing down out of the tree and just like chilling with him, Me and him like talk, hang out, I mean, I was just like, it's a big friggin' dog. And you hear all these horror stories about, the bear did this. But yeah, you don't F with a bear and you don't F with the cubs. But he just was like, he was oblivious. I didn't have my Jakar on. I was tamoed out. It was archery season. I mean, I was downwind. I mean, he did not know I was there. So it was just like having a hidden camera on. Like, imagine you, when no one's looking, doing all your you shit, doing your dances, doing your weird shit that you do when no one's looking. That's what that bear was doing. And I was just like, bro, you're kind of wild, man. What's it saying? Weather would like you to send you notifications. Do I want weather to send me notifications? I gotta figure all that shit out. Bear was just doing bear things, He wasn't looking to jack anyone up. And you know what? If I was just like, hey, yo, bear, bear, what you doing down there? Bear would have been like all embarrassed. He would have been like, oh shit, you saw me doing that? I could tell. He would have been embarrassed. He wouldn't have like climbed up the tree and freaking kicked my ass or anything. He would have been like, you saw me pick my nose, huh? I'm like, yeah, I saw you pick your nose. I seen you playing with that stick and shit. I seen you like rolling over and whatever. He was like rolling over and he was playing with leaves. He was just like chilling, and people like, and I took pictures, and all my buddies were like, what? I'm like, bro, I see you back there. I see you. They were getting their feels. Yeah, Bear was funny. Bear was cool. I mean, I would have taken him home. I would have been like, hey, you know what? If any of my bros was like, yo, bro, I'll sit in your stand tomorrow. I want to whack that. I'd be just like, nah, man. They're going to find you out in that lake because, me and him are bros now. Want to cruise to Beyond Ice Wall with Joe. You want to cruise? Oh, you want to cruise. Thank you for those 2 banana rounds. You want to cruise? Oh, I got to go see what that is. Beyond the Ice Wall. I got to see that. You binge watch Bosch. Okay, I'm going to look all this stuff up. Bosch. All right, what else should I be watching? Bosch. House of Cards. But see, Kevin Spacey, does anyone think he's innocent of all the things he's been accused of? He kind of gives me the creeps. I mean, but, we do live in a world of innocent until proven guilty. Unless you're on the right side. No, I'm not on the right side. Unless you're a conservative. Or unless you're, follow the Constitution, then you're guilty until proven innocent. I don't know. I don't know about that guy. I can't forgive an artist and just say, well, I can separate the artist from the behavior and just enjoy him. Once I find out something a little too much about anyone, I just write them off, I don't care how much I like the music. I'm just like, I ain't listening to that shit no more, There's certain hills I will die on. So, yeah. Bosch is good. All right, what is that on? What streaming service is that on? Yeah, Suits is worth watching. Twilight Zone from the early 60s is freaking... I like watching all those old shows. Like, I didn't watch half the shit I talk about when it came out, because I'm not that old, but I just like watching old shit. But, yeah, I don't know, once I find out a little too much... They say never meet your heroes, because you'll always be disappointed. Nah, I think that there's a lot of truth in that, you know? Once you find out how people really tick, you know, or you find out some weirdness about them, you know, but I'm quick to, like, you just, like, ain't listening to your shit no more. And other people be like, I don't care, I still love the music. Or, like, I actually find out the words of songs that I'm into, you know, because a lot of people, like, you know, they're just getting down to the music, and it's like, I want to kill your mother, and I ate your babies, you know, but the tune's good, let's get down. But I'm like, you know they're talking about eating your babies, right? Yeah, but it's a great tune. Okay. You know, I guess we different. I guess we different about certain things, you know? For me, I'm just like, no, I draw the line. You know? Like, you know, okay, we talk about languages and understanding languages. Listen to some Hispanic music. And the shit that they talk about is like, because it's in another language, it bypasses a lot of the morality and the thinking here in the United States. They talk about some stuff. They talk about, like, I get a lot of it. And they talk about some stuff. They, like, you know, in the boot knocking category, that would never cut it. I could not say it here. But it is like all over the place, and you're surrounded by it, and you see kids dance, like you see at parties, like little kids dancing to it, because, you know, I love salsa, I love merengue, I love it. I love some, but I like merengue and salsa music and stuff. I can dance, you know, I got the hips, you know what I'm saying? But what they're saying is like, whoa. No way. And then you see like little kids dancing to it and shit, and you're just like, dang. Talking about, yeah, I'm gonna take this one and this one, I'm gonna do to her out back and whatnot. And whoa, bro. Yeah. Colbert has a ruptured. It's on Prime. Okay, I got Prime. And on Freevee. Okay, I'm down. What is the craziest thing I saw? Stephen Colbert is a... I don't think he'll be making it... Yeah, maybe Hillary got to him. Yeah. Is someone else stalking me back there? Blame it on the bossa nova. Yeah, you gotta know what you're feeding yourself. You are what you eat, you know? So if you're listening to music and you're just like programming shit into your head that's negative, then screw that. Yeah, I wish I could, Joe, I really wish I could get into El Super and, yeah, Hillary. A lot of people's about to go down. I mean, election season is coming up, and people are looking for JE's freaking flight logs. You know, I mean, why are so many people against making that public? Give you one guess, because they're probably on the list. Why else not? Why else not? What's the craziest thing I saw this week in Vegas? What did I see crazy in Vegas? Craziest thing just this week. Let me think for a second. Oh, you know what I saw at Aria? Aria's got 2 high-limit rooms now. Well, video slot machine high-limit rooms. I saw a guy he had like a bunch of 20s. And me and my bro were just sitting talking and whatnot. And he went around the entire room and put a 20 in each one for like 1 spin, possibly 2 spins. He just went around like all 50 machines. He put in a 20, maxed it out, went to the next machine, put in a 20. I was like, did you see that on like some freaking pro tip how to play slot machine videos or something like that? You know? I don't know. Some guy with a hat on or whatever. Oh, starting this week, I can get cowboyed the F up. I'm psyched. I gotta find my belts with the big old belt buckles. But I wish I could stream from El Super, but it's just, the music is so loud in there, and it's just, no. I wish I could, but I can't. And there's no internet in there. Anyway, yeah, I got to cowboy up, you know? I gotta get all my fringes. I got my new cowboy hat that, from Nashville. Yeah, I'm gonna cowboy up this week. I'm psyched. Me and my Apple Watch is gonna cowboy up. All right, people, I better jet. I don't see any other, let's see, did I miss any? Yeah, ceviche. I need some ceviche in my life. If there was anything incriminating, I think we would have found out a long time ago. Really? Really? You think if there was something incriminating, who would have found out? Seriously? Really? So you think no one of any consequence is on the JE list that been to JE's island? If it was incriminating, yeah, do you trust that much? That, I mean, the fucking food pyramid that is a lie that they're using to kill you. And you think, so they can't even tell you the truth about the food pyramid, that all those carbs are totally killing you, and put this thing over your face and you'll be okay. And, you know, why would our politicians lie? You know, they're all such honest, good-hearted people with no agenda whatsoever. What if someone was on the JE list that mattered? They would have just come right out and told us. Really? Really? Come on now. I mean, I don't want to pick on you, but really? Can you be that naive? Seriously, bro? I mean, they're just all about it, you know? They're just like, hey, listen. So, did you hear during the pandemic, did they come on TV and say, all right, people, I got to tell you something. Ivermectin works, and it's cheap. It's like $2. And take zinc and vitamin D. You don't have to put this shit over your face. You'll be fine. Did they come out and say that? No. They told you to hide under your frickin' bed, and you all believe them. Oh, yeah, they're going to tell you who's on the JE list. Yeah, let's wait for that tomorrow. That's almost humorous. I'm sorry, that's humorous. Yeah, the frickin' Impossible Veggie Burger is pure poison. You know what they had to do to recreate the flavor of blood? I mean, research this shit. Dog food. You know what's in dog food? Other dogs. There is other dogs in your dog food. And there's shit that kills dogs and keeps vets in business. Do your research. Do you think like anyone's gonna tell you about that if you don't do your own research? Well, if there was really dogs in your food, the government would tell us all about that. Really? Really? You think so? Alright. I'd like to live in your world. Yeah. TOC. I mean, The information is there, but when you tell the truth about it, people think, you know what the score is now? The score is like conspiracy theorist 59, people who believe the news and politicians 0. You know, every day a new conspiracy theory becomes proven fact, and everyone's still like, duh, what are the Kardashians doing? Duh. Oh, food pyramid, duh. Because we're just a bunch of lazy asses. You know, we just want to take everyone's word for everything and be done with it. Well, hang on.
Because I closed out my drawer and I forgot we were sitting over here.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. That was cool. Well, that was for you. You know that, right? That was for you. Alright, I got it. Yeah. So, what were we talking about? Alright, cool. I'll see you next week or in a couple days or whatever. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's just, you know, we're just like a bunch of lazy asses. You know, no one wants to research everything. No one has time. I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. All right, who are you, Elon Musk? You figuring out how to fly to fucking Mars or something? Something we don't know about? Or do you, like, you know, just kind of dick around all day? What do you work? 8 hours, 10 hours? What do you sleep the other 14? You know, you don't have time to do nothing, not research and whatever. You know, I'll tell you what, you know, we're gonna be in bad shape. This is gonna be like the fall of Rome in the next few years if we don't right this ship. I don't care what you think about that statement, but it's true. You know? You better start figuring stuff out, you know? Because the world we're living in right now is not sustainable. But anyway, let's not go there. We'll talk about that some other day. Alright, people, I'm gonna go. That was fun. I love ranting a little bit sometimes. But tomorrow we're just gonna go straight up fun. I try not to get all like ranty Mick Ranterson on Saturday nights. We are gonna check out the Bellagio Conservatory. We're gonna suffer the spankage, but I'm telling you, it's beautiful. I'll bring the pole to try to, you know, get the best views and whatever. It'll be fun, and we'll walk around. We'll see how they're taking everything apart in town, which they're moving along a lot quicker than I thought, honestly. So I'll give credit to them for that. So, but the only way you'll find out what time is give you a like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, and thank you to everyone who super chatted and those awesome questions, you can click on all the links down there. I got the Amazon. If you start your shopping for Christmas from one of my links, I'm going to buy my stuff. I get a credit, you know, being that you like clicked on me first to get over that 1%. So I spend 100, I make a buck. Sick. You know, I got the T. Shanley. I got File Bach clothing. Check that out. I'm going to do a separate video about that, but that is the most science fiction freaking clothes that I've ever put on my body. It knows when you're outside and keeps you warm. And then it knows when you're inside and keeps you cool. It's freaking weird. It's like something out of like some sci-fi, you know? It's cool. But I'll do a video on it. And Olight, you know, great gift. Let people light up the world. Let people be safe around you. Because in this world of freaking darkness, we gotta shine light on it sometimes. Sometimes it's us, sometimes it's an Olight. But either way, we win. Alright, people, I love you guys. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.